I'm really not sure who needs to hear this today, but you have the right to wake up today and decide to change the trajectory of your life, all by one decision and knowing that you have the permission to be all that God has created you to be. And that's just that on that.
Say what you want, lady. Act like you know who you are.
Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Delijah Monet, and I'm super excited to be here with you guys. As you know, this channel inspires to bring genuine support and love in your life in the hopes that you will begin to show up in the world as the best version of yourself. This content is faith-based, and I am y'all sis in Christ. I literally love God so much, and I love to use my life as a representation of what it looks like to just pour out into others in the hopes that it will fall on the ears of someone who's willing to hear. I literally love doing these videos every single week, so make sure you guys tune in and subscribe to my channel below so you can be a part of my family. Also, here are my socials. I'm just gonna leave them right up here, and make sure you guys follow me on TikTok and Instagram. It's gonna be the exact same username. I literally have a new thing for TikTok. It's my favorite thing to do in my free time, so make sure you guys tune in. And of course on my Instagram, that's where I'm going to be releasing the new things that I am doing. I won't necessarily be so far away from you, but instead you'll be in my graph. So make sure you guys tune in with my Instagram. And I really wanted to go ahead and speak this week about permission. You know, whenever I do these videos for you guys, I like to talk about the things that I've been through. And so this week was one of those weeks where I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna say? What am I gonna talk about with the ladies or the men that are watching? But then it hit me that it's okay for me to pour out the things that I am receiving, especially when they are engraved in who I am. You know, this week has been an incredible week for me. I went to the Permission Conference with Dr. Jackie, and Sarah Jakes was there, Naomi Rain was there, Michelle Williams was in the building, and y'all, she spoke to me, okay? Like, she definitely said, hey y'all, and she was talking to me, looked directly at me. It was so great. I really felt like I was just a part of the environment, and I felt like I was meant to be there. I feel as though I'm walking in freedom. Like a freedom from my past and just the things that hold me back. You know, a lot of the times we go through situations and we don't really understand how they affect us, but we actually do begin to show up in the world a little differently based off of the things that we experience. And so this conference to me was a representation of freedom. And I feel as though I had permission to stand in the woman that God has called me to be. And so guess what, y'all? We are here talking about permission, because I realized that a lot of people, they feel as though people will be like, oh girl, you doing too much. And y'all, I used to have that same feeling. I used to always feel like, dang, if I get on here and I start talking about God and the things that I'm learning, like I'm gonna be doing too much. But at the end of the day, God can use anybody to accomplish his purpose and his plan through you, you know, and for others. And so I want you guys to be encouraged by that. You don't have to be condemned by your past. You don't have to be condemned by how you've shown up in the world before. And there was a guy who was on the stage, and he talked about how he actually had 7 felony charges against him for theft. And so the world was defining him as a thief. The world was saying that that is who he was. And he decided to give his life over to God. And all of the charges were actually dropped. He was free from that moment in his life. And it's so crazy because now he is literally in charge of the finances at Forward City Church, and that's of course Travis Green and his wife's church in Columbia, South Carolina, where they had the Permission Conference. And it was so amazing to me how he stood strong in who God called him to be and who God says that he is. And he made the decision to not allow his past to define who he was and to stand strong in where he's heading and where God is taking him. And it's so amazing to me how a lot of the times we don't show ourselves grace, and so it's hard for us to show others grace. But the reality is, you can wake up today, you can wake up tomorrow and decide to be a completely different person than your past. And the craziest, most beautiful thing about it is that God does not hold on to who you used to be. He is looking at you, at the best version of yourself. And even when it comes to other people's opinions, at the end of the day, who you think you are and who you decide to be is your truth. And that's who you should stand in. And a lot of the times we don't really have those conversations, but I like to take moments to think about the highest version of me. And I like to really speak to her. I like to define who she is and how she shows up in the world. And I work towards that, you know, because at the end of the day, I do feel as though life is a journey. It's definitely not a destination for us. I feel like it's something that we go through and we change and evolve with the seasons and the times. And of course, if you have children, you even know that as you have children, you're being redefined by this new position in your life, and you're growing and evolving, and it's okay for you to do that. I really wanted to take the time out of my day to really tell you guys, like, your dreams and the person that you cannot wait to become, the person that you're becoming, is obtainable for you. Because at the end of the day, believing in yourself as you believe in God is really what unlocks the levels in your life. It unlocks the new versions of you, and it begins to actually tear down the things that you once knew about yourself. And I want to give you permission during this video to start creating, to start journaling, to start attacking different things in your life that you feel as though will help you become the best version of yourself. And it takes time and it takes a process, but I believe that it's important for you to know that you can really do and accomplish everything that you set your mind to do. And with God on your side, you're not gonna fail. I promise you that this walk with God is not something that you really have to fight for. It's like you really have to dwell there. You really have to dwell in the promises of God. You have to dwell in the reality that everything you put your mind to, you really can accomplish. And not only that, if God gave you the desire, then that means that He's already went before you. When I wake up in the morning, I like to remind myself, and I like to become consciously aware that not only is God the creator of the world on my side, but that I really can be whoever I set my mind to be today. And if that's a woman of integrity, I'm going to work towards that. And if that's a woman of positivity, then I'm going to work towards that. And if that's a woman who isn't defined by her mistakes in the past, then that's okay. I don't like to stay stuck and stagnant in the things that I can't control. And that's the reality of the journey that we're on. We really can't control the things that we've done before, but what we can do is we can continue to make decisions that help us work towards where we see our life going. All right, loves, and so as we close out, I really just want to encourage you to not allow your past to define you and to break free from whatever it is that's condemning you or making you feel as though you can't be the best version of yourself because of who you used to be. And I'm just so excited to be able to pour that into you guys today. I really love doing these videos, and I hope you guys are loving them too. If you do, make sure you leave a comment below, just letting me know whatever it is that you've taken away from this video, or some of the major gems that you feel like you can hold on to in some way or some shape or some form. It really will make my whole entire day. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I literally will see you guys next week, and I just cannot wait. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye.